All right, gotcha.
I bet.
All right, cool. So my first question I have for you, well, first off, before I get into the questions, I first saw you perform not in the ring, but you were singing at the RDR fight. I was really impressed. You hit everybody with the "Let Me Love You" by Mario. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So my first question I have for you is, how was camp? Did you do anything different, or were you just doing same old stuff?
Camp was great. We worked hard, and actually, I still was in shape from my last camp. I was supposed to fight on the Mike Tyson card, but I suffered like
Right.
a slight injury, and I still kept running and I kept my body in shape, and I'm sharp and I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and that leads to my next question. I mean, obviously, as a fighter, you were hit with the pandemic. So, a lot of even the local club promoters didn't know what to do, and also there were type of like limitation also. We're almost at 11 months since we last saw you in the ring. Like, how did you stay positive the whole time? And then even when you were supposed to be on the Mike Tyson card, you wound up having that injury. So how on earth have you tried to stay positive and all?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was one of the most depressing times of my life. Like I was going through it, man. Like it was hard, but I just kept praying to God, that I'll be back in the ring soon, doing what I love. And also during that time, I found out I was having a baby, so it was like so much pressure, like everywhere. So I was just like, dang. But I just stayed prayed up, and I just believed that, my time will come again to where I will fight and I'll be back to doing what I do.
Of
And
course,
that's
yeah, and also major shout out on the baby. That's awesome, and
thank you.
fatherhood's one of the greatest things in the world, for sure.
Yeah.
So what is your game plan for you got a very scrappy opponent in Darnell Giles. So what's your game plan heading into Saturday night?
My game plan is just to do what I do. Like do what we worked on at training camp. Just let my hands go and make adjustments and pull out the win. Just
Awesome.
win. Whatever I
Yes.
gotta.
All right. So, obviously I never like to ask a fighter this, but like of course, like everybody's excited and gearing up, and also shout out to your promoter Rodney Rice for just keep bringing these shows out and making sure the fighters are getting paid and all too. But what do you have planned for 2021? Like what are you looking forward to after this fight?
I just want to stay busy. I just want to fight as much as I can, like back to back, back to back. Just keep fighting, keep winning, and potentially winning another belt by the end of 2021, or maybe fight on TV. You know.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Cool. So my next question I have, so talk about your music, because like I'm really fascinated in that. So like of course, like I didn't know that you could sing until you came out on that stage, singing your heart out and stuff. But like, how did you get into music and all?
I don't like honestly like singing. That was my first love. Like I've been singing since I was like 5 years old. Like I had this cat, and I used to sing my cat name, and that's how my mom and dad realized I could sing. And they had me singing at every barbecue, every cookout, and it just built my confidence. And I auditioned for my talent shows, and I would win every talent show I joined. Um, and you know what I mean? I used to be a singer, but I realized like boxing, I found a passion for boxing also, and boxing is more so of it's in my destiny. Like if I beat this guy, if I get this guy out the way, it's no denying me. Like feel me? Like singing, you can have a great voice and you gotta sell a certain amount of records and all this. But boxing, if I knock you out and I knock you out, they can't deny me, and on top of that, it gives me the platform to be able to sing on a higher level and everything. So
Yeah. Yeah, like that's like a hell of a talent because, these are like two things that you can't play. Because like everybody says that you can't play boxing, you need to be very skilled and all. And then also singing is like a lot of work and talent, and like you are awesome. Like I had so me and my buddy Nick, we also have a podcast, and I 100% want to get you on in the future because you have an amazing story prior to boxing and all too. But Rasheem Jefferson Jr. had us joking, but I don't know if he was serious or not. But he said that he once saw you knock out a guy in amateurs, and then you went out and sang the anthem on the same fight. Is that true, or was he
Yeah,
or was he
yeah,
joking with us?
that's not no lie. That's all fact.
That is
Thanks,
the
bro.
most savage thing.
You
All
might
right,
again on Saturday, bro.
of course.
I see it.
So, so my last two questions I have are fun ones. So obviously, people really want to see you fight and all. But what is the one fight that you would recommend people like to really stay woke on and to not sleep on for Saturday night?
Um, my fight, of course. And also, shoot, I'm interested in the main event. I want to see that fight too. Like, so as soon as I handle my business, I'm gonna be right in the seats watching. Like, me, I'm be watching. But
Awesome. Yeah, I know.
I think everybody gonna do their thing. I think everybody gonna shine, and it's just gonna be great fights, like a great night of fights.
Oh yeah, same. Like Rodney did a fantastic job with this card. Like it is amazing and a mixture of a lot of different fighters and all. I mean, I'm very excited to see Don back in the ring because I saw him at Temple back in 2019 fight on the top rank card. I know he messed his hand up in that fight, so he had like the hand surgery. Plus, he's in a bad situation where nobody wants to fight him because he's like really big for his weight class, so nobody wants to lose their O against him and all too.
All right.
So my last question, so obviously fighters take their diets very serious, but I'm also curious to see how you guys are going to get down after the fight. So what is going to be your first cheat meal that you're going to have right after the fight?
I need some buffalo wings with some a cheesesteak on the side with some cheese fries, bro. Like I need everything. I mean, I'm just ready to eat. I wish I wish buffets were still open. I'd go to the buffet and
I
just
know.
have a little bit of everything.
I know. Well, at least the fight's in a great spot because I know Phil Steaks is right down the street, and then you also got Tony Luke's too. So I'm sure I'll probably see you at one of them joints afterwards.
Oh, bro.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I was just making it short and sweet because I've been getting quotes from the fighters and all, but I 100% want to get you on the podcast. So we'll try to coordinate something like later on in the month or so for sure. Thank you so much. I'm gonna definitely be at the fight, so I'll be hitting you up, taking a pic with you, or probably doing like a post-fight interview with you. All right.
Okay. All right, bro. I'll see you then.
All right, man. I'll see you now here. Thank you.
All right. All right.
All right.